Hello, 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 gorgeous ladies. Welcome to day 3. I'm working on my setup here, so things are a little different. Okay. As you pop on, say hello. Let me know how you are feeling. Let me know your vibe, your energy. How are you doing today? What is a sprinkle that you have already experienced? Have you already noticed any sprinkles? Oh my gosh, there's already so many of you on here. Hello, gorgeous ladies. Okay, I will be honest. I'm not showered or done anything yet today. Actually, I did go out to breakfast. We are having this crazy snowstorm and it's 9 degrees outside. So I'm all in my cozies. And honestly, I think Owen has had a fever off and on all week. And I think I'm just starting to come down with something. So I feel great, but a little tired. How are you doing today? Okay, I pulled a card right before I popped on, and I love it. So I have planned we're gonna do a little heart coherence today, which is so important. I'm gonna talk about heart coherence and the importance of it. So something that I do with my clients on every single one of my calls because it is that absolutely important. Let's refresh this, see if I can get this live video on here and all of your comments. Oh, yay! Kels, hello. Christina, hello. Jen, hello. Katina, hello. Oh my God, I was at the store getting my herbs and just by my voice, the cashier asked if I sing. That's a sprinkle. Oh, I love that. That is a sprinkle. And you found 3 pennies. Desiree. Oh my gosh. I received the greatest sprinkle last night from Desiree, left me the most wonderful voice message, which meant so much to my heart. Thank you so much, Desiree. I love you. I had just finished doing a breathwork session for myself, got off my yoga mat, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go clean this, I'm gonna go clean this, and I'm gonna go do this. I've been rearranging my house, so so there's just stuff everywhere, right? And I was and it was kind of place of I don't exactly know what to do with everything. And then all the clarity came to me while I was doing breath work, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna do this. So I was doing it, and then Desiree left me the most amazing message. It was so sweet. Coincidentally, about a breathwork session that we did together. Which I love. I love you, Desiree. I'm so happy you're here. Okay. Laura, welcome. Hello, I'm so glad you made it live. Okay. Savitri, hello. Okay, so what I want to do is, before we get started, oh, actually, where's my other phone? It's in the other room. That's okay. You do it without that today. Okay, so right before we got on, I pulled a card. Gates of Triumph. How fitting and so perfect is this? I actually pulled 2 cards. This is the first one that came up. And I pulled this for me, but I feel called to share this with you. Success expands in your life. And then the other card that I pulled up was Wandering Path. Enjoy the journey. So I can channel all of this for you, but I really also love the way that it is described in the book. So I'm just going to read, especially for Gates of Triumph, what it says in the book. Card meaning. And if you guys don't know this deck, this is the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck, which I love personally. It's the one that I keep on my altar, and I use these. I pull these for myself. Okay. The gates of triumph are waiting to open deep and wide for you. Inner and outer success is coming your way. Thriving is a state of mind. I love this because it so coincides with everything that we're doing and talking about here. I'm like, wow, my hair looks like shit today. Oh well. Thriving is a state of mind. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. So I'm going to read this again for you. Thriving is a state of mind. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire. I'm saying it again for those in the back. Accept that you can reach any goal you desire, and even more victories will expand in your life. The more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune will pour into your life. It is all about your state of being, which is how you feel. Okay? This is why with Journaling Yourself Rich, it is so designed for shifting your state of feeling or amplifying. If you're already in a state of love, of abundance, of all of it, then just amplifying it even more. Now, I love this deck. It's a beautiful deck. I do follow along, but I watch the videos the next day when I can't join because of the new. I love it. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's why the videos are up for a week. After that, they are in the membership site. So the membership site's a fucking goldmine. And starting this month, we're going to start having live monthly trainings. So strongly recommended if you just want some like binge worthy stuff. There's everything from womb healing to how to create a successful online business to, you know, really the energy behind getting effortless enrollments into your programs, alignment, everything energy. There's so much in there. I can't even remember it all. Anyways, okay. And more being added too. Okay. So the sacred traveler wants you to know, arriving in a foreign hamlet, wreaths of flowers are placed around the sacred traveler's shoulders. The townspeople celebrate and honor the traveler. The village elders know the challenges faced and overcome and are welcoming with open arms. If a situation knocks you over, get up and brush yourself off and discover what you learned. You aren't a failure if you fall down, only if you stay down. So keep going and believe in yourself. This is what true success is. Acknowledge your accomplishments in life. They are more than you imagine. Victory, good fortune, and triumph are at hand. So good. So one of my favorite journaling prompts that I do personally is I like to write down a list of what are all the things that are going right in my life. So I would love to pull a few cards for people today. I don't know that I will get everybody simply because I'm really tired and I think that I'm fighting this thing that Owen came down with. So I would love to do a few cards for you. In exchange for a card, I would love for you to write down 3 things that are going really well in your life. What are 3 things that are going really well? Or things that are going right, right? Things that are going right. If you're in a state where it's like, oh, you know, this happened and this happened and this is happening, like whatever, it can be really hard to focus on and think like, oh, things are going really, really well for you. But what is going right for you, right? Do you have a warm house in the middle of a snowstorm? It's like 9 degrees outside here and snowing, but it's gonna be snowing all day, but it's so tiny. The snowflakes are so tiny because it's so cold. So, but I have a cozy, warm house, such a comfortable, cozy bed, a fireplace going right now. I've got a car that does great in winter weather. There are so many things that are going right? These are just examples. So whether, you know, if you're in a place where you're in the flow and you're in the alignment and everything's going well, it's really, really easy to focus on that, right? And then you just amplify that. But when you're in that crunchy state in life, right? Everybody goes through crunchy states. You can either exacerbate the crunchiness or you can start to soften it and start to allow and open up for more of the good that is on its way to you by focusing on what is going right, right? As humans, I think it's just a part of the human condition to focus on what's going wrong or what's not going right or what's not there, right? So when you focus on what is going right, you attract more that is going right. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so many here. Oh my God, I love it. Ooh, this is so fun. Oh, I'm totally getting whatever Owen's got. Okay. 3 things that are going really well. A better relationship with my daughter. I love that for you, Trudy. That's amazing. Manifesting lots of money. I love it. And feeling powerful in my feminine. This is so fun. Ah, so fun. Okay. Trudy Stroud. La, da, 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 da. You have this like silver screen empress vibe energy. Like, I love it. Just like early Hollywood energy. I don't know if you feel that or if anyone's ever told you that, but that's what I pick up from you. It's really beautiful and lovely. Protected by angels. So what I'm getting is that there's like a step or a decision that you've been getting the niggle for, and it seems almost it almost feels a little like out of left field, or not something that you typically do or traditionally known for, but you keep getting this hunch, this niggle, and you know they want you to know that you are fully protected and supported, and it feels different. It is different, and but remember that different leads to different results and experiences, right? And so it's always, you know, it feels that like that level of like unknown and a little bit of discomfort in it being unknown, or unknown territory rather, even though it's something that like kind of feels really enticing and exciting for you, and they just want you to know that you're fully supported in that, and like you are being guided to doing that. So just trust that it's okay. You're totally supported and being guided that way. Okay, you can't get it wrong. You can never get it wrong, and you can't fuck it up. So just go. You're good. You're good. Okay. Jen Den. I'm showing up for me every day. My energy is improving every day. That is such a sprinkle, and that happens when you do this process. That happens when you do this process. I don't know if that's just been since we started, but that happens when you do this work, is your energy starts to culminate and build every day, and it's so good, and my relationship is thriving. I love it. Okay, Trudy, I hope that resonated for you. Please let me know in the comments. I know that if I scroll too far in the comments and there's a whole bunch of unread ones, then I'm gonna lose my place. So I will check it out in a little bit. Okay, Jen Den. Your name is like a bell to me. Like this beautiful bell. Jen Den. Thank you. Okay. After I do some cards, we're going to do a little energy field clearing and some heart coherence. And then we're going to get started with our journaling. Okay, ooh, Jen. Comme ça. Comme ça. Answering the call, the time is now. You've had an idea and you keep ruminating on it, and you keep wondering what if, or how is it going to work, or how do I do this, or how do I do this, or how do I do this, or how do I do this. The only way you're going to figure everything out is by taking that first step, and then taking the next 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 step. You will never know exactly how it's going to look, or how it's going to come together, or how it's going to work until it does. The how is in the hindsight. Right? You can make a plan, sure, but it's never going to come together how you think it is. So it's about letting go of the how and just take that next step. Just take that next step. Just take that next step. Doesn't matter how small or big it is. And frankly, the smaller steps take you further than the big steps. Okay. So just take the step. The time is now. Answer the call. This is your permission to fucking go. You got it. Okay. It might be reaching out to someone and asking questions. It might be, signing up for something. It might be, just even speaking out what it is that you want to do. Okay? And being open and honest with that, starting with yourself. Whatever it is, you have the inkling, you have the idea. Let it go. Go with it. Go with it. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is the universe is going to give it to someone else and they're going to fucking go with it. And then you're going to look at that and go, God, that was my idea. Damn. Should have done it when I had it. Yeah. Do it. Okay. Alrighty, Delina. Hello, gorgeous. 3 things. I read that as 3 kings. I don't know why. I have the ring light on right here and it really messes with my eyes. 3 things that are going right. Great, harmonious home life. I love it. Lots of food and time for home cooking and a great relationship with my mom. That is a gift and such a blessing. I love that. I love it. Delina, Delina, Delina. And 2 cards sticking up for you. Valiant courage. Take action. Take the action. Be courageous. Take it. Because on the other side of that is the treasure. Valiant action. Valiant courage leads to uncovering the treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And this is a great message for everybody in here. And I'm going to read exactly from the book because I love the way that it is typed out. It is written in the book. But it's pretty fucking clear and obvious, right? Take action with passion. Be courageous. I know that you have a business that you want to get going. How have you been keeping yourself safe in that business? How have you been keeping yourself safe? By playing small, right? Like, let yourself fucking be seen. Let yourself go big. Let yourself take that action. Be passionate about it, even if your voice quakes and your knees shake. I don't know what your business is, but let yourself start. Let yourself fucking go for it. Go all in. Because on the other side is this uncovering treasure. I'm doing these kind of quickly because I want to be able to get as many readings done for people as I can. Okay. Beneath the surface lays great bounty. So I want everyone to listen to the words in here because this is law of attraction. This is energy. This is how it works at its finest. Look beneath the surface in your life and you'll find treasure. Meaning you already have the treasure. You already have it. Did you guys hear me? Bounty is awaiting you in many forms. The secret is knowing that you deserve it and are worthy of it. Something that you thought was ordinary will turn out to be extraordinary. Take a second to look at the people and situations in your life, i.e., be present with the people and the situations in your life right now. Be present. Sometimes receiving treasure is simply a matter of seeing life in a new way. The treasure was always there. You just didn't see it. And this is so important. This is why we start looking at sprinkles, and that's why we start looking at what is going right. And all of these questions and all of these journal prompts that I give you are so you start to see how blessed you already are, because when you see it, then you attract more. Okay. The sacred traveler wants you to know on the journey, the traveler confronts dragons and overcomes obstacles, and in the process discovers the depth of the treasure in their soul. Often, treasure is found in the most unexpected of places. Sometimes after it seems that you've faced an inner dragon, you'll find the hidden treasure. Success begets success. So as you begin to seek and find the bounty in your life, more and more rewards will follow. This card heralds a bountiful, prosperous, abundant time in your life, right? And I also like to say, you know, the way you receive more is that you receive, right? Receive, this says success begets success, receiving begets receiving. The more you make, the more you make. The more you let in, the more you let in, right? It's just this like constant flow. It's constant flow. It's constant flow until you shut yourself off, okay? By being triggered, by being stressed, by having anxiety about having it all, right? Most people, most of my clients, like when they have, they'll like do all this inner work to manifest a bunch of money and get, you know, like have their business take off and all that. Like I've had several clients 10x their income in our first month of working together. That's the easy part. And that might sound triggering to you, right? Saying like, oh, 10xing your income is the easy part, because the hard part is then dealing with all of the shit that comes up afterwards. And it's up to you, right, to work through that and continue working through that, and then to normalize, right? It feels uncomfortable when you make more money than you ever have. It feels uncomfortable to make more money than you ever have working less, right? There's so much stuff that comes up after you receive. Okay. Anyways, that was for Delina and also for everybody. You're welcome. All right, gosh, I want to go get my other device because I want to read all your comments. Savitri, 3 things going really well: my relationships, my health, my love for life. Love it. Ooh, ooh. Oh, well, it automatically uploaded, so I might not be able to go all the way back. Oh, thank you so much, Trudy. Total Empress vibes. Okay, let me go back to... That is such the vibe you want to lean into. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, Savitri, here we are. Do 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 do. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more. Oh, okay, that one's sticking out for you. Gosh, I love this. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more because I need to go back to bed after this. We're gonna do 3 more card pulls, and then we're gonna do some heart coherence, and then we're gonna do some journaling, and then I'm gonna go lay down. Okay, Savitri, rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering all over your life. So this card is very similar to the last one that I read, and I will read it again too because I just really love how she communicates in this book. But it's about seeing the blessings, right? The blessings that are everywhere in your life, right here, right now. Okay? What are the blessings? And when you even start looking at that, it's just like, ooh, what are the blessings in my life? What are the blessings that are coming into my life? I love it, right? One of the things, I think I mentioned this yesterday, one of the things that I do every morning is I get up and I just like, I throw my hands up in the air, and Owen and I have this thing where I ask him, I say, what's today gonna be? And we throw our hands up in the air and we go, it's gonna be such a great day! And so we do that. We proclaim what kind of day it's gonna be, right? And then, but then I also say, thank you, God, for the blessings that are arriving in my life today. I'm so excited to witness the blessings and the miracles in my life, right? And so I thank the blessings that are coming in before they even come in. I don't know what they are, right? But also when you notice the blessings that are already there, again, you start to notice more blessings showing up in your life. Okay, so blessings in all form are cascading into your life. Just as the rainbow has all the colors of the spectrum, so is every hue of your life blessed. This is a great time to start a project, initiate a relationship, purchase a house, begin a health program, start a new job, or change careers. Let go of hesitations and concerns. Whatever you dream of for your future, this is the time to start. You will succeed. The sacred traveler wants you to know when the rainbow appears in the sky above or in an oracle deck, have faith that blessings are abounding. Count your blessings. Be grateful for ones received and know that many lie ahead for you. In the deepest sense, you are the blessing. In many ways, the rainbow is a messenger from the Creator, letting you know that all is well. This card can also indicate that it's time to add some color to your life, paint a room, change the colors of your curtains, or simply spice up your life. Blessings abound, and they are pouring in. Of course they are. We're doing Journal Yourself Rich. Of course they are. So fun. Kidoki. Katina. My relationship with my fiance, my relationship with my kids, and bonus kids. So fun. A warm home. So good. Katina, stay focused. There's one on the back here too that's stuck. Oh, and unknown territory, of course. Right? You're creating something new for your life. It's gonna feel a little uncomfortable. It's gonna feel new, right? And it might even feel like you're in a limbo space for a little bit. That's very, very common and very, very normal when you decide and when you go on the path of creating something new for your life. So when you create something new for your life, right, you're going to have different experiences and you're going to feel different, and you're going to be surrounding yourself around different people, and perhaps some relationships may fall off and some relationships will come together even stronger. Just know that as you evolve, as you are on the path of evolution and transformation, people will either evolve with you or away from you, and you can't control that. The only way to let yourself continue to shine is to continue to shine, right? If you try to hold on to the people and the places and the things of the past and not let them go when it is time for them to go, then what is going to happen is you're going to hold yourself small, and you're always going to wonder what could have been, right? So understand and know, like, things are going to start to feel different. Things are going to start to look different. And you mentioned you started your own business. And as the space is created for you to have more and more and more, things have to leave so that they can create the space. And you just have to allow that and know that, right? So stay focused on where you're going. Focus forward, focus forward, focus forward. Focus on where you want to go, not on where you've been. Where you've been is back there. Focus on where you are going, right? Tony Robbins talks about this. He says, when you're in a race car and the race car or you're driving really fast and the car starts to spin out, and you start to lose control of the car. Let's say you're on a racetrack and there's a tree over here, but the road starts to turn and the car is spinning. If you look at the tree, the car is going to go crash into the tree. You could even think that you are turning the wheel, but if you're looking at the tree, the car is going to go in the tree. So you always want to look in the direction of where you're going, even when things are starting to spin out or feel uncomfortable or feel out of control or just feel different. Focus on where you want to go. Focus on where you're going, because that is where you will go. That is where you will go. Sometimes it'll feel like you have total control. Sometimes it feels like you won't have any. Keep your eye on where you are going. Okay. I want to do this for everybody all day long. Oh my goodness. Paulina, your kid's homeschooling journey is going well. I'm so happy for you. There was a huge windstorm yesterday and our house didn't get damaged. I am also so happy for you. I know you just bought your house and that is so exciting. A growing community of true friends and amazing women around me. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Paulina. Okay, so after this card pull, we're gonna do a heart coherence exercise. We're gonna get you into an aligned and synchronistic state, and then we're gonna go to our journaling. watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax, right? You don't have to constantly be doing, if you have a hard time truly relaxing, please type relax in the comments. Because this is something especially for women and especially for mothers who have such a hard time actually stopping and giving themselves permission to rest. So many women, right? And this is so conditional, this is so ancestral, have such a hard time actually letting themselves relax and letting their minds relax without getting to a place of burnout or being sick or whatever, right? Resting and relaxing is as important, if not more, than doing. And it's just a trauma response that has you in that I have to take care of everybody else before I can take care of me. I have to take care of everybody else before I can take care of me. I have to take care of everybody else before I can take care of me, right? This is a total trauma response. And it's deep, deep conditioning. This is something that I work with my clients on a lot. In fact, when my clients will reach out and they're like frustrated because they're like not seeing the sales come in, they're not seeing this come in, they're not seeing the money, they're not the number one thing I tell them to do is to go have fun. Put their phone down and go have fun. Get out of cell service and go do something fun. Maybe it's active, maybe it's not. That will get them to stop thinking about it. And then when they stop thinking about it, guess what? All the clients and money come in. Happens over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. So chill, relax, and enjoy, Paulina. Okay. You guys have so many wonderful things, and I really wish that I could read for everybody. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, it's -18 in northern Idaho. Yeah. That was on point. I'm so glad that was on point, Savitri. Felt that in my core. Literally started crying. Oh my God, how? Relax, relax. Yes, 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 yes. I know, you get so many amazing calls. You get so many things coming in. I make money all the time when I'm out like laughing and having fun and going out to dinner with friends. I mean, I make money all the time anyways, but like really, it's incredible. It is so fun. I'll just be like sitting there and it's like, oh my gosh, a $500 payment just came in, or a $1,300 payment just came in, or a $3,000 payment come in from this person like 2 weeks ago that said they were going to sign up, and they just did. Like, wow, you know, because you're not thinking about it. Paulina, there are so many ways, but honestly, it's releasing, like ultimately getting rid of that trauma that has taught you that you have to constantly do or be, and also maybe asking for some help and delegating, right? Delegate. Tell your kids to go in the other room. You know, give them more screen time. I don't know, like whatever. But give yourself some space, some time. You can do it. You will figure it out, you know? And if you want help, you can always reach out. We'll take care of you. Okay. I've been thinking about doing something, but I never start. But today's the day for the first step. Ah! Yay! Jen! I'm so glad! Yes, that was your thing. I'm so glad. As someone who has been actually diagnosed by a doctor with OCD, it can be hard to relax. Yes. However, I've learned that as I've gotten older, that some shit just doesn't matter anymore. Yes, 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 yes. And like for me, like I meet the markers for CPTSD. So I microdose with mushrooms medicinally. Fireworks. That helps a lot, but also breath work helps a lot too. So, and for me, like when I microdose, it's like, I don't like, not like tripping. I'm not feeling the effects of it, but my mind slows the fuck down. I also do breath work. I also do heart coherence, which we're going to be doing in just a moment, right? There are so many techniques and exercises that you can do, right? I do a lot of things that allow for those trauma responses to, right? Because OCD is also a trauma response, right? So, okay. So I do understand that, Laura. I totally understand that. And it's just about supporting your nervous system. That gives permission, because you can physically not be doing anything, but your mind can be going a million miles an hour, right? And thinking about all the things you need to do, all the things that everybody else in your life needs you to do, right? And yeah, as you get older, you certainly learn that some shit just does not matter. And then also, you know, being able to have more grace with yourself. But when you can really kind of take charge of that nervous system, that can happen. So this is one of the core things that I do in my work with my clients, is I get people into an aligned state, but we also heal the trauma that does not let them have more than enough, and also makes it so it's really hard to go have fun, because you think you have to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. So if anybody feels like they want to just like try a one-off session, I do always offer a one-time one-off session for $333. After that, you can sign up for a package. But if anybody wants like to go through some breath work to take care of all of this, or not even breath work, just like whatever, to be able to take care of this so that you can relax, you can always reach out to me. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing some heart coherence, and then we're gonna open up our journals. Okay, so what I am going to encourage you to do is I'm going to go through this slowly. It's only going to take a few minutes, but I'm going to go through this slowly, okay? A lot of people are very quick and they're like, okay, done. But the longer you sit with something, the more you're going to feel it, and the more impact it's going to have in your body, in your brain, in your mind, and in your energy field, right? Because what you are putting out, you are getting back. And it also just feels really fucking good to be in a heart coherent space. Okay, so go ahead and sit back, relax, begin to take some breaths that are a little deeper, and breathing in a little more slowly than you normally do. So you don't have to focus on taking really, really big, deep breaths. Just begin to breathe a little more slowly and a little more deeply than you normally do. So we're not forcing, excuse me. Excuse me. And we're not forcing anything, a breath deeper than what is comfortable. You're simply slowing down your breath and breathing in a little more deeply. And as you continue to breathe a little more slowly, a little more deeply than you normally do, you're going to bring your awareness to the area of your heart. And just observing and noticing and imagining that this breath that you are breathing in, this oxygen, this bringer of life, this life force energy flows into and around your heart space with every slow inhale. Just as, you know, as a being, as a living, breathing being, without the breath, there is no life. So literally breathing in life, breathing it into your heart, your physical heart, and also the area of your heart space, imagining it filling your heart with life. And then allow your heart to exhale as you breathe out. Taking a couple more breaths just like this. Noticing that as your breath slows, so does your mind. And with your awareness in the area of your heart, I'm going to invite you to think of a moment in time that you have lived or have yet to live that brings you such a state of gratitude or bliss or joy. And you can think about this and just feel such a state of appreciation and love. Perhaps it is a moment laughing with friends around a fire. Or sledding and laughing either by yourself or with your kids. An incredible sunset or sunrise that just takes your breath away with its beauty. I like to take myself to my favorite beach in Kauai and snorkeling and feeling the weightlessness of my body and the beautiful ripple of the light on the ocean floor. The beautiful sway of the turtles and the coral as I get to witness this incredible beauty. And as you are in this moment and in this memory, let yourself breathe yet again a little more deeply and a little more slowly. Feeling this gratitude and love for life, for joy. For being able to be here in this body and experience these gifts. Notice these feelings begin to flow from your heart through your whole body. From your heart space here, now looking at your life, and realizing how incredibly blessed it is and you have been. Say thank you. For many of you, it may feel like you are coming home, returning to your heart. We're going to take a couple of breaths here, just being in this space. can come back to the call. Let us know how you are feeling and how you are doing. And we're going to pull up your journals. And in this space, we will begin. So for today, we are doing a process called manifest journaling, where you are going to write a journal entry from the end of this month when you have already received everything you're manifesting. You've already received your $7,000 month, your $10,000 month, your $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 contract, your $1,000, whatever it is. And you can take a moment while you're in this heart space as well to visualize it, to feel it. How does it feel to have received this? What are the stories you will tell as you realize everything that you have been manifesting has come to fruition, has been received? It is in your bank account. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment. We'll date this. I'm going to just do this for January 31st, January 30th. There's 30 days in the month, right? I should know that, but I don't, and that's okay. Oh, there are 31 days. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So I'll put on one end the date at the end of the month, and then on the other end, I'm going to put today's date. And I love that because today is 1/13. I'll keep writing 23. And then the end of the month is 1/31. 31 is, and 13, 113 are some of my favorite angel numbers. They come to me a lot. 31, yeah, Paulina, you got it. Exactly. Thank you. I am so grateful. I have so much love and joy around me. It's such a beautiful thing, Katina. I'm so happy that you have that too. It's so lovely. Okay, so we'll take a couple moments. There's an example in the book, in the journal, if you want to go take a look at it. What I like to do is I like to take a couple breaths in this heart coherent space. And I like to step into that vision where I have it. It's mine, it's done. I visualize it, I feel it, I taste it, I touch it, I smell it. And as that version of me that has it, then I write. You may notice your handwriting shifts and changes. And this is wonderful. You may choose to recall anything that you did or decided to do that led to this. What are the stories? Journal on, write down the stories that you are now telling yourself about money, about receiving it. When you are ready, let me know in the comments. Let me know how it feels writing this, experiencing this in your heart and in your body. Feels cathartic. Ooh, I love that. I feel really peaceful and stable and satisfied. Yeah, that stability one, that's a huge piece. I love it, Christina. I'm so glad. Feels relaxed and happy. So this heart coherence, this exercise, this state of being, right? Like, if we want to welcome in something, we have to be the match for it. And the match is the energy, it's the emotion, right? So if after having this and receiving this and writing this, you feel relaxed, you feel stable, you feel satisfied, then that is your goal, your state of being for you to continue to match every day. So now if you look back and notice the contrast, how have you not been vibrationally matching, energetically matching, right? Because everything is about being an energetic match for it. As I ended my letter, I wrote down, I am blessed to be connected to you. I love you, Jen, more every day. Thanks for showing up for me. I feel so connected. I feel that. That's so beautiful. Yeah, I feel like just keep making your lists of what you want and keep doing what you feel called to do. The thing is like people make it so much harder than it actually is. Remember, the how is always in the hindsight. How things will come together is always in the hindsight. So as you just continue to do and be, everything is a reflection of who you are being. You're going to notice everything come together for you. It's really beautiful. Okay. This is so lovely. So lovely. Okay. So we're going to do our little daily shadow work, right? And now, not everybody wants to do this, especially after doing this, right? But in this, right, we're going to look at the what if. What are all the what ifs, right? So I'm going to read from here. It's easy to try and ignore those negative thoughts that permeate the mind. Yet all that does is create more pressure and resistance. Let's give those thoughts the space to be heard. Write a list of all the negative what ifs that might happen if you don't manifest this. Okay, we're going to just give them space to be heard. It's okay, right? Because we don't want to continue suppressing and holding the door shut on those things. Just let them flow out. Let them be acknowledged, right? They just want to be acknowledged. They just want to be heard. Think of all the times you wanted to be heard growing up and you weren't, right? So we're just giving this part of you a place to be heard. That's all. I love doing this right after this exercise because immediately I'm like, the only way it wouldn't happen is if I continue to look at it not happening. That's it. I love having that conviction and that awareness because it's true. It's like my mind doesn't have anything. The first thing was, then everything will be okay. Exactly. Doing that from this space is like such a beautiful thing, right? Like, it's like, oh, there isn't anything. If you don't have anything, like, that's okay. You're like, you don't have to search, right? If things come up, then just write them down and let them come up, let them be there, right? I feel like I'm trying to find something. Yeah, so you don't have to try to find it, right? When you're in this space, especially after heart coherence, like heart coherence is like such a fucking juicy space. Oh, God. It's where I do everything, right? And there's so much divine guidance that you can access and tap into from this. And as you really start playing and delving into heart space, so we just did a little bit here to open you up, and you already feel, everybody feels so much more connected and so much more blissed and relaxed, right? But the heart space is really where trust resides. If you're feeling fear and doubt, all it is an indication that you're not connected to your heart. That's all. You're in your head. Fear lives here. Trust, appreciation, bliss, it lives here. Okay, so trust is a heart space frequency. Fear, worry, doubt, imposter syndrome, all that stuff, all it is an indication that you are in your head. Right? And so when you can start looking at like, oh, all I see, like Abraham Hicks talks about emotions as your GPS, your internal GPS, right? So you start realizing, oh shit, this emotion doesn't actually mean anything about me, and the stories that this emotion is trying to say don't actually mean anything about me, and they're, you know, I can make anything true. You can prove anything you want to yourself. You can. And so when you, I'm just like, well, my mind's going on a tangent on that. So when you realize that, oh, I'm in fear, oh, I'm doubting myself, oh, I'm thinking these negative what ifs, like all it is like I'm in my head and I'm not in my heart. And I know how it feels to be in my heart, and it feels really, really good to be in my heart. And my heart, your heart chakra, they've measured this, okay? This is measured from the Heart Math Institute. When you are in your heart space, you can expand your energy field out 25 feet. 25 feet, right? Your energy field is like, it either makes you a flashlight or a lighthouse, okay? So I call it the lighthouse effect. And when you're shining really brightly, when your energy field is so bright and it becomes magnetic, when your energy field is small and like a flashlight, then you're repelling. You're actually, it might feel like things are attracting to you, but you're pushing them away, you're not letting them in, okay? Or you're just not, it's like you're speaking and like nobody hears you and it's all falling on deaf ears because your energy field is really contracted, it's really small. But when your energy field is really light, it's really bright, it's shining, it's really big, it's really amplified, it's really expanded. That's like where you can think something, you don't even have to say it, and it comes in and it comes in and it comes in and it comes in, okay? And I heard adjust your thoughts and maybe ask for more, okay? What if we can't pay for our wedding? Yeah, what if I can't afford to go back to school? What if, okay? Let those thoughts be there, okay? Then what if? Yeah. What if you can't pay for your wedding? Then what? Do you have a different wedding? Does that mean you don't get married? Or do you just have a different wedding? What if you can't afford to go back to school? Then what? Then what? Do you realize that most of the things that you're trying to protect yourself from by potentially not having the wedding of your dreams is simply, it's a feeling, right? You'll still have a wedding. That's not going to change. It's just a feeling. What is the feeling you're trying to protect yourself from? Is it disappointment? Failure? Shame? Like, what are you trying to really protect yourself from feeling? That's all that is. Yeah, the what ifs. I always feel this knot in the solar plexus. Yeah. And how do you untangle a knot? How do you untangle a knot? Do you ignore it? Tell you what, my son, the feeling of failure. Yeah, okay. So you're trying to protect yourself from having a feeling. Have you felt like a failure before? And then what happened? Right? How do you untangle a knot? You talk to it? Yeah. My son, Owen, has, he has like long, like he's like a little blonde haired surfer dude. So he's got this like longer hair, but he does not like combing his hair. So it's the weekend now and he's been homesick a lot from school. They didn't even have school yesterday. And so, you know, on days where he doesn't comb his hair, it gets all nappy and it like starts sticking out the back. Like it's like super nappy. He like starts growing dreads and stuff like that. And his full on bed head that like sticks straight out the back of his head. The front will be all like beautiful and like down in the back is like. And the more it doesn't comb out, the more days it goes without him combing his hair or without me combing his hair. Guess what? It just gets worse. The knots get worse. Until I go there, have him take a shower, we condition it really well. And then I do the leave-in conditioner. And then just like strand by strand, little by little, just start gently combing it out. If I tried combing all the knots out at once, it would really hurt. But just a little bit at a time, gently, lovingly, because it hurts if you don't do it lovingly, little by little. Then all of a sudden, the knots are all gone. So the longer you leave those knots, right, when you're looking at the knots and when you're asking the what ifs and you feel those knots in your stomach, the more you don't lovingly check in with them, the worse they're gonna get. And the more you're gonna create this resistance within yourself. But the more you can lovingly nourish and nurture those knots and just ask, well, what would happen? You realize that the worst thing that would happen is really you would feel some uncomfortable feelings, ultimately. And even if you felt those things, you would still be okay. You would still be okay, right? So that's how we untangle those knots. The what ifs will always be there. Acknowledge them and then work on alternate solutions. I've been doing this lately. Beautiful, beautiful. What came up on the what if I don't manifest the money? No, the amount is $15,000. Is that it will be the same as it is now, and the feeling that it most likely won't happen by January 31st. It's not a bad feeling, but there is this inner feeling that it won't happen. So it's almost like all the feelings create a null effect. Feels great to think about the money, but then the what if brings me to the current status quo, which seems to be more of the same. Okay, well, more of the same is more of the same, and that's okay, right? So remember, we get to be intentional, right? When you're looking at where your focus goes, energy grows, right? So you're just going to be creating that. Now, we can do this exercise that we did, and you can live and breathe and be and walk and think as her. But if you only do that for the few minutes we do it on live video, then guess what? It's not going to happen, right? But if you consistently continue to be her, breathe her, think as her, walk as if it's already happened, talk as if it's already happened, now you're creating so much energetic, now you're creating so much momentum, and it will happen. It will happen. It might not happen in the way you think or want it to. You might get some unexpected thing come up. That's like a $7,500 check in the mail from something that you weren't expecting. I had a couple of years ago, this is like 2 years ago now. I had got a brand new car, and my old car, I sold it, and then I just paid off the balance in full on on it rather than trading it in. And I sent in the amount for the exact amount that the person told me on the phone I owed on it. It was like $7,000, something like that. It was the exact amount. I paid it. I received 4 checks in the mail for overpayment, which was amazing. And I was like, oh, okay, that's great, right? But like from doing this and, it was just like, 4 times I received a check for overpayment of the car, right? Like unexpected things happen. They do. These are the sprinkles, right? We start noticing and we start experiencing. I had somebody reach out last week, and whether it happens or not, I don't know. But I will Airbnb my house. Where I live is a housing crisis. It's a shortage. It's a very desirable touristy area, and there's a housing crisis. And so last summer, I started Airbnb-ing just like Owen's bedroom. Made a shitload of money in 2 months. It was like ridiculous just from like having an extra bedroom. And then somebody last year ended up renting the whole house for this summer. And somebody reached out to me last week and they want to pay me $7,500 to rent my house out. And they wouldn't get the whole house. They would get most of the house for a month. I'm like, okay. That's 3 months rent. Sure. I can go on a trip for a month. $7,500. That's nice, right? Unexpected things happen. I was like, oh, okay. Sure. Whatever. I have an airline credit I have to use to go to Europe anyways. Might as well just go do that. Like there's so many things that can happen out of the blue. Don't know, right? But when we hold on and attach to the how, that's when you start creating resistance and blocking yourself. So walk around, breathe, stand tall, project from your heart space as if this is already your life and it's already happened. It will happen. That I promise. Right? It's an absolute guarantee this work works, right? There we go. If you want to expedite it, that explanation helps. I'm so glad. If you guys want to expedite it, if you want to clear away the trauma so that you can truly allow in and normalize something new for yourself, if you want to have greater clarity and conviction in, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing. If you want to hear that intuition more, then reach out to me. You guys can do a one-on-one session one time for $333. And also the one-on-one club the membership is enrolling, right? It is one-on-one and mastermind support for a fraction of the price. It is unheard of and it's really fucking juicy and I'm really loving it. So feel free to reach out to me if you think that might be an option for you, either one of those, right? Like you don't have to go through living from all these what ifs. You can actually rewire your subconscious so that you make more money. It becomes effortless. It becomes easy and you have absolute zero doubt. You know your self-worth. You know what you are deserving. People start reaching out, opportunities start reaching out, money just fucking shows up, okay? And we make it really fun. We make it really simple. We make it really effortless because that's how it gets to be. Making money is simple, making money is easy, and making money is fun. And if that is not your experience, then reach out to me, okay? We'll talk about the one-on-one club or do a single session so you can get a taste of it, all right? I love you guys so, so much. This is so fun. I am going to go check in with Owen and then I'm going to go lay down because I get to do that. I fell asleep, but I listened, if that made sense. Yes, absolutely. And that happens. Did you do that when we were doing the heart coherence Savitri? That happens a lot. And it's such a juicy, juicy, juicy space to be. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to go make sure Owen is all taken care of, and then I'm going to go take a nap. Yeah. Heart coherence. So good. So good. So enjoy that. I love you all so much. Feel free to reach out to me if you want to inquire on anything. And I will see you all tomorrow. Unless if I come down with something and it's just too much, I will just let you know, and I will encourage you guys to do day 4 by yourselves, and then I'll come back on day 5. But I'll let you know later on today or tomorrow morning how I am feeling. So I love you. Have the most beautiful day. We're enjoying a blistery, can you guys see the snowiness outside? It's been too cold to even like have any real amount of snow, but I'm hoping that we get to go sledding later. So I love you. I'll see you later.